Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to another episode in the Outfit Battles series. I know it's taken so long to produce this and all I can do is apologise. I've just been sidetracked by other projects. If you don't know what this series is, essentially you guys send in pictures of your loadouts for a class and I will match it up against someone else's loadout, and then of course you, being the viewers, decide on whose loadout is nicest. So we're going to go over the results from the last episode and see who won in those, and then we're going to present you with 5 new matchups. Okay, so first off we had the matchup between Worldcast Scout against Ladnug Scout. It was super close with just 8 votes differentiating them. 268 votes were cast in total and Worldcast came out on top with 138 votes in his favour. Up next was also a scout round. This time we saw Harenko Scout versus Nav Scout, and it was a landslide victory with 136 votes going to Harenko and 75 votes going to Nav. Up next was the spy round. This was Sky's Spy versus Lapis Lel's Spy. Only 5 votes differentiating these ones. Sky's Spy, however, coming out on top with 115. After that, we had an engineer matchup between Leroy Dankins and Daryl151. There was 192 votes cast in total, 99 of which went to Leroy, meaning he came out on top against Daryl's 93 votes. And up next we had the closest matchup of the video. This was round 5, that was the Pyros. Unlucky Souls Pyro versus Sen Tyler's Pyro. There was 205 votes cast in total, 104 of which went to Unlucky Souls and 101 went to Sen Tyler, meaning Unlucky Souls came out on top and was the victor. So without further ado guys, let's get straight into the matchups for this new episode. Okay, so this first matchup is going to be a Demo Man loadout. This first loadout belongs to Eli. It consists of the Buck Turner All-Stars painted black, the Max's Severed Head, which is also painted with the same black paint, and a strange jungle wreath. I kind of find it interesting, not necessarily a loadout that I'd go towards, but I like how the jungle wreath and the Max's Severed Head clip together, and you just get the kind of front of the wreath lying over the Demo Man's eye. I think that's quite a cool touch. And it's a nice loadout, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the lack of body cosmetics is definitely something that I wouldn't use. Nonetheless though, the cosmetics do work well together and the black paint looks great on those Buck Turners and the Max's Severed Head, so definitely a really cool paint choice. This is going to be going up against Space's Demo Man. This is like a super generic loadout in the sense that a lot of people go for this theme. It seems to be pretty prominent with a lot of people that play Demo Man. We've got the Strange Buccaneer's Bicorn, which is the pirate hat with the skull and crossbones on the front of it. A Man of the Seven Seas painted lime, and the Bearded Bomb Raider. I love how the Bearded Bomb Raider and the Bicorn go together, and I think the Man of the Seven Seas goes great with this loadout. You really get this really cool pirate themed loadout. However, I feel like the lime paint is kind of unnecessary in this loadout, and it kind of like stands out a bit too much. It really doesn't go well with the bleak colours of the black and the greys of the other cosmetic. Nonetheless though, a really cool pirate loadout, and it's going to be interesting to see who you guys vote for. So coming up next, we've got a heavy matchup. This first heavy is Bearded Expenses Heavy, which consists of a Purple Energy Hound Dog. This is combined with a Strange Eldudorino along with a Strange Heavy Lifter, meaning that all the cosmetics in this loadout, excluding of course the Purple Energy Hound Dog, are strange. I think the Hound Dog along with the Eldudorino go great together. There's a kind of like issue with the glasses on the Hound Dog not being too visible, but I think that's fine, and I think the Eldudorino goes perfectly with the Hound Dog and really goes well with the hair, especially when painted black. I think the Heavy Lifter itself is a great cosmetic and really goes well with this loadout, and just all the cosmetics seem to flow together really nicely. This is going to be going up against Winter Schnee's heavy loadout that consists of a green energy Ushanka, once again a strange Eldudorino, which is then topped off by a strange Commissar's coat. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. I think the Commissar's coat and the Ushanka go great together, and the green energy is a super nice effect. I think the Eldudorino in the middle does go well, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily go so well with the Commissar's coat. The Ushanka Eldudorino combo is crazy though. I don't really see it used often at all, but I think it's a really nice combo in itself. These are 2 very strong heavy loadouts, no pun intended, and it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top. For our third outfit battle, we have a scout battle. This is Muenster Monster's scout loadout. Apologies if I said that wrong, but we've got a strange bar and breeches, a backwards ball cap, and a flapjack. I really like the bar and breeches, and I think it's a very, very underrated scout cosmetic. I think the colours of the bar and breeches do kind of go well with the rest of the reds you can see on the scout. I just feel like they're a bit too dark, but obviously that's the cosmetic, and I think it almost does add a nice contrast to the kind of team colour we've got. It's a bit darker and it stands out a bit more. The ball cap flapjack combo is a combo we see used all the time, and there's definitely nothing wrong with it. This is going to be going against Summer's Scout. This is a completely all grey painted loadout consisting of the Summer's Shades, the Speedster Spandex, and the Crone's Dome. Again, all of which are painted grey. I think the grey paint on the Summer Shades really does bring them down a notch, and I think overall, I think the paint on these cosmetics goes really well. These are some cosmetics that on their own do generally stand out a lot. You get the kind of bright lights in the middle of the Crone's Dome, the yellow high visibility paint on that Summer Shade, and they really are kind of dampened by the grey paint, which I think is a really nice touch and something we don't see much in TF2. This is a really cool subdued loadout, and it's got a pretty good matchup. So up next we have two medics facing off, and this one's pretty interesting. This first loadout belongs to yellow, and it's going to be pretty clear why in a second. The name is pretty relevant to the loadout. So this loadout consists of a yellow painted circling TF logo boxcar bomber, an Allfather, and a gold painted Dead of Night. I should have said gold on the boxcar as well, but nonetheless I really like this loadout. I think the fact that Allfather isn't painted is a nice kind of breaking point in the middle. I feel like if the Allfather was painted gold, it would have just been a bit too much and almost overwhelming, but it's really nice and does neutralise it. I think the circling TF logo with the gold paint is ideal, and it's just a really cool yellow themed loadout. Who would have thought, right? This is going to be going up against Niels or King of Shells medic loadout. This consists of a Neutron Star Tough Stuff Muffs, a Strange Antlers, and a Der Winter Mantle. I'm presuming I pronounced that wrong. I generally pronounce medic cosmetics wrong. But I really like how the antlers and the Tough Stuff Muffs go together. Neutron Star is a really nice effect in my opinion, and very underrated. And I think the Der Winter Mantle on its own is really cool as well, and it's a nice refreshing medic cosmetic that we don't see used often at all. It's also worth noting there is a Dream Piped Amputator, which is a pretty cool skin that I've never really looked into, but now I'm looking at it, it actually does look pretty cool and goes with the Neutron Star colour scheme. Overall, these are two very strong medic loadouts. I genuinely can't decide which one I would be voting for. And the last outfit battle we're going to be seeing today is the Pyro. We've got two Pyro loadouts here, the first of which is from Desmond the Moon Senpai, or just Desmond, you know, whatever floats your boat. A fellow YouTuber of mine and a moderator in my Discord. This Pyro loadout consists of a strange space diver, a strange unusual head full of hot air with the nebula effect, and the apparitions aspect. Now what I love about this loadout is it doesn't really follow the norm of the Pyro loadouts. Most Pyro loadouts will consist of the last breath, the Sub-Zero suit, much like mine, but you know, it kind of strays away from that. I think the aspect and the head full of hot air go great together, and it really does complement the space kind of theme we've got going along with the nebula well, and it looks like he's wearing a space helmet with no face in the middle. I think the nebula is one of my favourite effects. It's such a beautiful, the colours are just amazing. Like, I just can't get over how sick nebula is, and I'm so gutted it's not available on more hats. And the space diver of course goes well with the head full of hot air, as it's this kind of futuristic space theme. I think this is a crazy loadout from Desmond, and he's definitely put that nebula head full of hot air to good use. This is going to be going up against Ornamental's Pyro loadout that consists of a sulfurous company man, a strange winter wonderland wrap which is actually painted grey, and a strange specialised killstreak special eyes, which is painted orange. I think the orange paint on the special eyes, which makes the eyes kind of glow orange, and the sulfurous go amazingly together, and especially with that hot flamethrower as well, and even the skin for the flamethrower is orange. It's just like the ultimate orange Pyro loadout. But is it enough to overcome the nebula space themed astronaut loadout that Desmond used? That's not for me to decide, that's where you come in. Down below, there will be polls to each one of these outfit battles, and you guys simply need to click the poll and click the outfit that you decide should have won, which one's nicer in your opinion, and whatever wins will be mentioned in the next episode. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below, and if you'd like to see more videos like this and general gaming content, then do be sure to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, guys, and peace.